Just waiting for the next fight to be announced.
And now, back to Cyrus.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your next bout, 3 5-minute rounds in the ADW Warriors flyweight division.
So there we go. Our next fight.
Abdel Fatah.
Abdel Fatah from Egypt. Fighting out of Egypt.
Making his way to the cage, Abdel Fatah.
Abdel Fatah's gym is well known in Egypt from a very strong boxing background. So he promised to give trouble to Isaac Pimentel with his boxing. He's very tall.
I would expect a little more crowd from the Egyptian community here. Can't hear much. But maybe the Lebanese made so much noise that, right?
No, that's for sure. So Abdel Fatah is 180. Actually, he's so much taller than Isaac Pimentel, that's 165. So it's a big reach advantage for Abdel Fatah at this point. However, Isaac is the more experienced fighter. So you can clearly say that his boxing is his strong point, and he gets the reach advantage that helps him control the distance. Has to make sure that he stays on his feet, and has to be very careful with the low kicks from Isaac Pimentel.
Just waiting for his opponent, the Brazilian Isaac Pimentel, Brazilian based in Abu Dhabi, former IPL champion. And he works in Al Gharbia, which is, you know him very well, right? Okay.
Yeah, so Abdel Fatah, kickboxer, and now back. Abdel Fatah, the kickboxer and boxer at its core.
Announcer now. Cyrus B. So here we have the Brazilian Isaac Pimentel with a record of 15 wins and 8 losses.
Isaac is a very tough puzzle to solve. Isaac is a karate black belt. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt from GF team. Has a very strong wrestling background. He's a very, very tough puzzle to solve.
It's one of those complete guys.
He's the favorite, right? For sure.
So he kind of represents MMA itself,
MMA,
right? It's a complete mix.
And he's a very, very religious guy, which gives him an advantage on the spiritual level and mental level, mental fortitude.
Yeah, man, the height difference is big.
5-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing first, the fighter on my right. Fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 1.83 meters tall, weighing in at 60.8 kilos. Coming in with a record of 7 wins and 3 defeats. Fighting out of and representing Egypt, I give you Doha, the Golden Boy, Abdel Fatah. And now his opponent, sitting across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 1.65 meters tall, weighing in at 61.7 kilos. His record an impressive 15 wins, 8 defeats. Fighting out of the UAE by way of Brazil, Isaac Pimentel.
So here we go. Big support from the Brazilian community here to Isaac.
Action begins. Fabricio Montero.
So here we go. The Brazilian Isaac Pimentel.
And here we go, folks. Another flyweight contender matchup, as it is Isaac Pimentel there in the black, taking on Abdel Fatah in the black with the orange trim, here with Kyle Sibel.
Yes, Abdel Fatah has the reach advantage and a very strong boxing. However, Isaac Pimentel is a very tough puzzle to solve. He's a karate black belt, a jiu-jitsu black belt from GF team, very strong wrestling background. So it's very tough puzzle to solve. But the reach is on Abdel Fatah's side.
He's got a nice experience advantage here. But that being said, like you said, the reach, the height, man, you talk about some big numbers. Abdel Fatah has that in spades. But like I said, giving up a lot in experience, 13 more fights for Pimentel, and it shows right there as he easily gets the takedown and lands in half guard.
And also does it towards his corner, close to his corner, so he can hear the instructions.
Now let me get some clarification here, Kyle. I mean, whoever wins this will match up against Daniel Barez. Is that the plan?
That's the information I got, and there will be a very, very tough fight if Isaac made through it. He'll be the contender for the belt against Daniel Barez.
You know, the interesting thing is this division has gotten so interesting just in the last 6 months, where the UFC has dispatched of their flyweight division and gotten rid of it. Then we saw the incredible stuff out of Henry Cejudo and all the fighters going to different organizations. And the flyweights are so intriguing right now. One organization gives up on them, but everybody else is embracing them, including Abu Dhabi Warriors.
Yeah, for sure. And myself, I find this weight division very interesting. They are fast pacing. Usually is what's happening now. Things are not slow. It's hard to keep up, though, because those guys move really fast.
Now they're very, very quick, and it's just a different style of fighting. And especially if you're a hardcore fan or somebody that really follows the sport, you really appreciate what the flyweights and the lower weight divisions bring to the table, rather than the heavyweights, which is kind of what everybody likes to see. It's the more enthusiasts that really appreciate these lower weight classes.
No, that's true. But going back with what we were talking about before, the public here in UAE is in the stage of maturity that's ready for that kind of fight.
Agree.
And now, as we were talking, Isaac got the side control. And as I was mentioning before, Isaac is a very religious guy, which gives him like a mental fortitude. And he also never ever does any kind of dirty tricks. If you see he was looking at the referee, just make sure he's sometimes is too good even for his own. You know, that's not
it is the fight game after all. And he goes right into full mount. And this could be all she wrote for Abdel Fatah, though. He's tough, he's durable. And he certainly has a whole lot of heart fighting out of Egypt.
And it's just the beginning of the round. There's 1.5 minutes to go still. There's a lot of fight and in a very, very tough position.
Well, he's playing great defense, is Abdel Fatah, getting those hands up, not allowing Pimentel to finish. Looks like he's trying to isolate an arm.
Yeah, he either going for an arm lock or just going to put Abdel Fatah in a position that he can't defend himself, so he can freely punch him out of this fight. You know, Isaac has everything he needs and wants. He gets Abdel Fatah pinned against the cage.
Well, whoever gets matched up with Daniel Barez, it's going to be a tough night indeed, as they will fight for the Abu Dhabi Warriors flyweight championship. Man, in full mount. Abdel Fatah, though, fires out of it.
Yeah, managed to escape.
And right into a triangle. Right into a triangle, and it's a tight one. Good night, Abdel Fatah. There's no way he's getting out of this, is it, Kyle?
And I think he's passed out. Did you see what I said?
He's out. He's completely finished. And there it is. The matchup is set in stone. Rocked him to sleep.
Oh, that sign from Isaac is about his son. our daughter that's about to come out.
Oh, wow, there we go. How awesome is that? Isaac Pimentel has punched his way to a championship opportunity here in Abu Dhabi Warriors with a quick win over a very game Abdel Fatah. What a win there for Pimentel. Incredible. The highlights just keep on coming here, Kyle. I mean, whether it's a knockout, a TKO, or some really nice finishes, and the way he transitioned into that triangle was just beautiful. I mean, he gave up position and went directly into it, snapped it on, and there was nowhere to go for Fatah.
Yeah, nothing to add, man. It's exactly that. Is that there is no better way to come back from the Abu Dhabi Warriors than like this. Lots of highlights, strong fighters, and the public getting to know those guys and to prepare themselves to follow them through the next Abu Dhabi Warriors 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the long way ahead.
Sounds like a big calendar we got coming up here, Kyle. I certainly hope so. Stay tuned for that. Well, folks, we are going to go get the official decision in and lock it down and put a bow on this awesome fight.
Cama de gato, sem inventar nenhuma história. Deus sempre nos dá a vitória. Se você ama o seu Senhor.
So what do you have to say about that, Polonio? That was just amazing. Can you see a bias about this guy?
Beautiful performance from Isaac. As we were saying, like complete. He threw some very good low kicks and everything. Put the fight down and dominated on the floor. Beautiful.
Triangle setup. See
Ladies
how
and
he
gentlemen, Fabricio Montero stops his fight at 418 in round number 1 with your winner by triangle choke, Isaac Pimentel.
Nicely done.
And let's bring in the award by Fuad Darwish, he makes his way in here. General Manager of Abu Dhabi Warriors.
So here we have Mr. Fuad Darwish, the General Manager of Palm Sports, giving the trophy to Isaac, which will be
All
fighting.
right, standing by with Isaac. Beautiful, man. What can I say? You know, he was very tough early on, tough little fighter. He resisted when he was on the ground. It took you a little while to put him away, but once you snapped on that triangle, that was all she wrote.
Yeah, I knew about it. I saw watched his fight, the last fights, you know. And my team and I, we worked for this moment, you know, to put him down and finish him in the first round.
Well, now I know you were getting ready to come out here, but I'm sure you probably know that Spain's Daniel Barrez won the previous fight, and now you two will be fighting for the Abu Dhabi Warriors Flyweight Championship. That has to be a wonderful feeling for you.
So I'm ready right now to this fight. I can fight right now with him if he wants.
Anybody want to see another fight, guys? You want to see it right now? I'm sure Daniel would be down.
I would like to dedicate this fight for my son. He will be born on April 26, around like that. Benjamin. So, and for my wife, I don't deserve nothing. It's all for God and for my family, you know.
Is there anything you want to send back to Brazil? Anybody watching you and supporting you back in Brazil? Feel free to send it in Portuguese, whatever you want to do.
Aí, galera do jiu-jitsu, os coaches brasileiros. Eu só tenho a agradecer a vocês que todos os dias estão aqui ajudando no treino, ajudando o crescimento do jiu-jitsu nesse país aqui maravilhoso. Vamos continuar, galera, com força, entendeu? Nunca desistir, colocar Deus em primeiro lugar e o resto é com ele que resolve tudo. Amém?
All right, guys, make some noise out here one more time for a contender to the Flyweight Championship, Isaac Pimentel.
Amazing performance. And, man, as you said, he sounds like an amazing guy as well, you know. So humble and, you know, So cool to see that.
He was the one who told the referee to stop the fight.
Yeah, he
You
stopped.
know,
I think he
he's-
slapped. Say that. Yeah, man, super cool. Well done.